Every day, millions of journeys take place on roads across the world. Cars are more than machines. They are lifelines that carry us to work, school, and back home. But driving has always been risky. Behind the freedom of the open road lies a constant danger. Engineers have quietly revolutionized the car. They've added features that protect us. This story is about those innovations, the life-saving guardians built into cars. Decades ago, cars were built for speed and style, not safety. In the 1950s and 60s, dashboards were made of steel. Steering wheels were rigid. Public pressure began to rise as road deaths increased. In 1965, Ralph Nader's book was wrong. The safety revolution had begun, and it would save millions of lives. The first major breakthrough came with the seatbelt. In 1959, Volvo engineer Nils Bohlin. Studies showed that seatbelts cut the risk of death in a crash by almost half. By the 1970s and 80s, more countries began passing seatbelt laws. Seatbelts work because of simple physics. In a crash, your car stops instantly. Modern seatbelts are even more advanced. Pre-tensioners pull the belt tight. Every time you hear that click, remember, that small act may be the most important thing you do before starting your car. Seatbelts were the first line of defense. The next leap forward was airbags. Airbags deploy faster than the blink of an eye, creating a protective pillow. Airbags have turned crashes that once would have been fatal into survivable events. Stopping quickly is one thing, but stopping while staying in control is another. ABS solved that problem. By rapidly pulsing the brakes dozens of times per second, think of it as a driver's invisible assistant, working far faster than human reflexes could. ABS has become a standard feature worldwide, drastically reducing accidents caused by uncontrolled skids. If ABS keeps you in control while braking, electronic stability control keeps you in control while driving. ESC uses sensors to detect when your car starts sliding or losing traction. If you begin to spin out, the system automatically applies the brakes to specific wheels, bringing the car back on course. Studies show ESC reduces fatal single-vehicle crashes by more than 50%. It has been called one of the most important safety technologies since the seatbelt. Most drivers never even realize when ESC has stepped in. It's a quiet guardian, correcting mistakes before they turn deadly. In the early days, cars were built like tanks, rigid and unyielding. The problem? When a crash happened, all the energy went into the passengers' bodies. Cars are now designed with crumple zones, sections that absorb crash energy by deforming. The passenger cabin is built like a strong cage to remain intact. This balance, weak where it should be, strong where it must be, has revolutionized survival. Watching a modern crash test compared to an old car is eye-opening. Where once passengers would have been crushed, today they often walk away. Every driver knows the blind spot, that hidden zone just beyond the mirrors. Blind spot monitoring uses radar sensors to detect vehicles in these hidden areas. A small light in the mirror or a warning sound alerts the driver before making a move. Though simple, this feature prevents countless sideswipe accidents every year. Reversing used to be guesswork. Mirrors helped, but children, pets, or small obstacles could remain unseen. Rear-view cameras and parking sensors changed that. By showing exactly what's behind the car, they prevent accidents, both big and small. Since 2018, Rear-view cameras have been mandatory in new cars in the US, a step that has already prevented tragedies. Many accidents happen when drivers drift out of their lane due to fatigue or distraction. Lane departure warning systems use cameras to detect lane markings, alerting drivers if they cross without signaling. Lane keeping assist goes further, gently steering the car back into the lane. Long highway drives once meant constant braking and accelerating in traffic. Adaptive cruise control changed that. If traffic slows, your car slows too. If it speeds up, so do you. In emergencies, human reaction times can be too slow. Collision avoidance systems detect danger faster than any driver could and automatically apply the brakes if needed. Studies show these systems reduce rear-end collisions by up to 50%. Car safety is evolving at an incredible pace. Artificial intelligence and 360-degree sensors are laying the foundation for fully autonomous driving. Preventing accidents before drivers even know they're in danger. The ultimate goal is clear: a future where road deaths are rare. From seatbelts to self-driving technology, every safety feature exists to protect you. They may be invisible, but they are always working, silent guardians of the road. The next time you drive, remember, safety isn't just an option. Drive safe. Arrive safe. Technology has made cars safer than ever, but the human factor remains constant. Studies show over 90% of accidents are caused by human error, speeding, distraction, fatigue. A distracted glance at a phone can undo all the engineering brilliance in an instant. Modern car safety is shifting to not just protecting passengers during crashes, but preventing them. How do we know safety features work? The answer lies in crash testing. Organizations conduct brutal crash tests to rate vehicles and ensure safety. Thanks to these tests, buyers can see which cars truly protect families. In wealthier regions, advanced features are standard, unlike in developing markets. The difference in safety can be deadly, with higher crash fatalities in less protected areas. International organizations work to close the safety gap worldwide. Some believe larger cars are safer, but that's not true without modern safety systems. Technology works best as a partnership with the driver, enhancing safety. A car's safety doesn't end at the factory. Maintenance is critical. Drivers must ensure their vehicles are cared for and safety systems are functional. Safety is a partnership between engineers and drivers. Cars communicating wirelessly, avoiding collisions is the future. The future of safety is not just smarter cars, but connected cars. Imagine vehicles that talk to each other, warning of sudden braking ahead, icy roads, or even traffic jams. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication, or V2V, is being tested today. Combined with vehicle-to-infrastructure systems, the potential is extraordinary. A car crash is not just metal against metal. It's physics unleashed in milliseconds. A vehicle traveling at 60 miles per hour carries the energy of hundreds of bullets. In a collision, that energy must go somewhere. Into bending steel, shattering glass, and tragically, into human bodies. Understanding this energy is the foundation of safety engineering. Every crumple zone, airbag, and restraint is designed to control the transfer of energy, stretching out the milliseconds of a crash to give the human body a chance to survive. The science of safety is, at its heart, the science of giving us just a little more time. The human body is fragile. The skull can fracture at surprisingly low forces. Safety features are built around this biology. Seatbelts restrain the strongest parts of the body. Airbags cushion the head and chest, reducing whip-like motion that causes brain injuries. Every line of code in a car safety system exists to protect the limits of our biology. Cars are designed not just around physics, but around the fragility of flesh and bone. Safety isn't just about machines, it's about human behavior. Psychologists discovered a strange truth. When safety features improve, some take greater risks. For years, people resisted seatbelts, saying they were uncomfortable. Changing behavior is as important as changing machines. Car accidents don't just destroy lives, they drain economies. The World Health Organization estimates that road traffic crashes cost countries 3% of their GDP every year. Safety technology, while expensive to develop, pays for itself many times over. This could reduce accidents dramatically. The road itself becomes intelligent, a partner in keeping us alive. Self-driving cars are the ultimate promise of safety, removing human error entirely. But new questions arise. How should an autonomous car react in an unavoidable crash? These ethical debates shape the rules of tomorrow's roads. The history of car safety is the history of humanity refusing to accept needless loss. Every step forward has been built on a simple truth: lives matter. When you step into a car, you carry decades of human effort to keep you alive. That is the real legacy of car safety. And it is a story still being written, one journey at a time. Children are not small adults. Their bodies are more fragile, and ordinary seatbelts can't protect them. That's why child safety seats were developed, and why laws mandate their use in most countries. A rear-facing car seat reduces fatal injury in infants by more than 70%. Booster seats protect older children until seatbelts fit properly. Car safety has evolved to recognize every stage of life. Families are at the heart of this story, and children, the most vulnerable passengers of all, are now safer than ever. Not everyone on the road is inside a car. Pedestrians and cyclists account for nearly half of road deaths worldwide. Protecting them requires a different approach. Car fronts are now designed to be more forgiving, with energy-absorbing hoods and bumpers. Some vehicles even feature external airbags that deploy on the windshield to protect pedestrians. Advanced detection systems use cameras and radar to spot people crossing the road, applying brakes automatically. In cities where cars, bikes, and people mix closely, this technology is a revolution, saving those who have no armor but their own skin. Every major safety feature has faced resistance. When seatbelt laws were first introduced, some called them an attack on personal freedom. Airbags were criticized as too costly. But history shows that regulation saves lives. Governments set crash test standards, mandate safety features, and enforce road rules. Without laws, many technologies would have remained optional, available only to the wealthy. Safety is not just science, it is politics, a negotiation between freedom, cost, and the value of human life. The materials of safety have advanced as much as the electronics. High-strength steel forms the skeleton of modern cars, bending predictably in a crash. Aluminum absorbs impact energy, while carbon fiber composites offer strength at low weight. Even glass has evolved. Laminated windshields prevent shards from flying into passengers. Material science ensures that when a car meets disaster, every inch of its frame knows exactly how to fail and how to save its occupants. The rise of electric vehicles brings new safety challenges. Lithium-ion batteries must be shielded from impact, cooled to prevent fires, and isolated from passengers. Engineers design reinforced battery cages, automatic shut-off systems, and even fire-resistant materials. But EVs also offer new safety advantages. With heavy batteries mounted low, they resist rollovers. With no bulky engine in front, crumple zones can be even larger. As cars change, so do the risks, and once again, engineers adapt to protect lives. The car of the future will not just protect you in crashes, it will protect your health. Already, some vehicles monitor driver fatigue with cameras, issuing alerts when eyelids droop. Soon, cars will detect heart attacks, alerting emergency services automatically. Biometric monitoring, smart seatbelts, climate systems. The cabin is becoming a health guardian. The ultimate vision is not just crash survival, but overall wellness. A car that looks after its passengers as carefully as a doctor would. Car safety is more than engineering. It is physics, psychology, economics, politics, and compassion woven together. It is humanity's refusal to accept loss as the cost of progress. From the first seatbelt buckle to the dream of self-driving fleets, this journey has been one of constant reinvention. The work is not finished. Each innovation builds on the last, carrying us toward a future where accidents are not tragedies, but rare events.